Hi, Shane here. So this is going to be a bit of an update of what's going on with the channel. Unfortunately, I still haven't got my technical issues sorted out. Excuse me. I was all geared to get it done last week, and then life got on the way. I do have other responsibilities to require me to to put resources into. It's just life. It's annoying when it happens, especially when it interferes with your pre-made plans. But such is life. So I think it's going to be another fortnight. So 2 weeks from now, it's 14 days, we'll be back up and running again in some capacity. Actually, because I've enough money saved up, so after about 2 weeks, and a couple more commissions are coming in, and a few are coming out, including these armored vehicles here. Um, Basically, we'll be up and running then. So I just want to thank everyone for your continued patience and for sticking it out with me. I don't have much to show you, but again, you just more or less just one of these videos. If you're working, you don't even have to look into the screen. There's something really to show you. Um, so I just want to thank you for your continued patience and sticking it out with me. And I was actually half expecting to have lost many subscribers, but if anything, I've actually gained 129 subscribers. I'm at 629 subscribers now, which that's amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you for all the new guys too for like subscribing, especially when if you're relatively new and there hasn't been any new content even when you joined. That will be rectified very soon. So hopefully the first video you will see when I get the channel up and running again will be a viewer appreciation channel, because or channel video, because you guys are really, I feel, have really are really deserving of like some thanks and some praise just for hanging in there and just for being awesome. So it's gonna be some long overdue shout outs to people who've been supporting the channel since day one, who I feel deserve some recognition. You know, I shouted out them before, but still, it's no harm doing it again. I'm not always that great with shout outs because often I feel that I'm forgetting someone, or I'm making people feel I value some people more than others, which isn't the case. I value all my subscribers. Everything you say, I always take on board. That's why, if you know, as you go through the comments, I always try to answer to every comment. You know what I mean? I think it's the least I can do. So and then I'm going to announce a 1,000 subscriber competition and have some nice prizes for you guys, because I think just for hanging in there for as long as you did, I think it deserves just a bit of a pat on the back on. Thanks very much, guys. So that's the plan there. So I'm just going to talk about what I plan for the channel and the things I wish to implement over the next couple of weeks and months. So obviously, once the new computer or laptop arrives, that will basically give me processing power to get a decent editor. My surprise, but I studied film for 3 years, so like I have no really excuse for not upping the production quality of my channel, but I did, and that was the fact that my computers couldn't handle it, and at the time I didn't really have the money to replace it. So now that the fact that I have to replace it is a really good thing for both you and me, because it means that I can up the quality of the channel, up the production quality. So you're going to see a marked improvement on the video layout of my channels, or my videos of the channel. You're going to see like proper editing, like different screens coming up, crap like that. Things will help your immersion of the video of the channel. So that's that. Also, I'm going to be getting a new camera, a HD capable camera. I'm looking at a Panasonic HD camcorder. I potentially might go for a DSLR as well, perhaps, but they're a little bit expensive. And if I can get one on a deal, I'll get a DSLR. But I think the Panasonic HD camcorder is probably the way to go. Like, I've been using this Panasonic little camera since it's a Lumix Panasonic. What's this? DMC FX01. It's a great little camera, but it's not designed for what I'm doing, and it's not HD. So new camera, new editing software, get some new lighting, and some proper sound. And so that means you're going to see a marked improvement. So your enjoyment of the video of the channel is going to go up. So that's what I'm aiming for. Videos are going to change. No more 40-minute rambling videos. Going to bring it down to 20 minutes for standard build videos and tutorials, and 40 minutes for battle reports. For battle reports, I'm also going to bring in some cinematic elements to battle reports, just to kind of bring in some more viewer immersion, kind of get into it a bit more. So even the guys who are just model makers and who aren't wargamers can sit back and enjoy it. So I'm actually making up some scaled down dollies and jibs at the moment, so I can start like using some cool ass cinematic effects. So that's that. Um, so so it's going to be a bit of a metamorphic stage for my channel, and I'm really happy that you guys are going to accompany me along the way. So that's what I'm going for. So projects, I have some big projects lined up for this channel over the summer. I've already have all the kits ready to go, and I'm just waiting on my new camera and new laptop to arrive, or I'm probably going to go for a laptop, I think, just for space reasons. I can't fit a desktop anywhere. And I kind of like the mobility and flexibility, but again, the editing software I'm looking at will run quite easily on a laptop, and just like keep clutter off, I'll just get an external just to take some of the strain off the computer. If that even make a difference, I don't know, but anyway, doesn't matter. So I have some pretty big projects lined up. So the model making contingent of my channel will be very pleased to know that I have a shitload of tanks ready to go. I have a T62 ERA, which I did an unboxing. If you go back through my unboxing playlist, you can have a look there. Beautiful kit. First Cold War kit I've ever built as well. So I'll be building that up in Iraqi colours. I might even, if I work up the balls, I might even knock it out. Just model it destroyed, basically. Don't know about that yet, but either way, it's going to be very heavily weathered. I also have a Dragon Smart Kit that I've yet to unbox. We'll be doing a proper unboxing of that once we get set up again. Of a Stug, or a Strungesitz 4 mid-production Smart Kit from Dragon. I have a Tiger 1, which I have shown on the channel that Fraser from Kettenham so kindly sent out to me. Thank you so much again for that, my friend. It was absolutely awesome. Still can't get over that, because I was actually looking at that kit and I wanted to buy it for nostalgic reasons, and then the moons aligned and Fraser came to the rescue. Thank you so much, my friend. Also, peeps, Phil, I haven't forgotten about you. I will send out my details on to you ASAP. Sorry, my friend, I just haven't got around to it. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Haven't forgotten about you, and again, thank you for your generosity too, my friend. Also, I have a Nega Feet Club Tiger latest model, as in the very final production of the E series that I'm going to be building. I might even build it as a hypothetical Tiger 131 to make it look like the Tiger from Fury, even though Tiger 131 is an early, but in Fury, since it's 1945, it should be a late E series. So I might actually kind of make it somewhat more accurate than it was. Either way, who's complaining? It was a real tiger. Who gives a shit? But yeah, so I might do something like that. I kind of, I adore that movie. But the two big ones, the two massive projects I have planned, that I'm really excited about. I have basically two big modeling projects planned, and I have two big wargaming projects planned that are going to go on kind of simultaneously. So the two modeling projects are, if any of you might recall, I did an unboxing it too. If you go onto the playlist, you'll find it. Tactical Jackalope Andy was so awesome to send out this kit, and I guess these kits are hard to come by. And again, thank you so much, my friend. He sent out for Christmas a 1/48 scale Tamiya Lancaster. It is, oh my god, it's a monster. It's a deadly aircraft, absolutely amazing. Because when we were having like a hangout session a while back, he remembered that I was saying how I was fascinated by the Dam Busters and I'd love to build a Dam Buster aircraft. Well, Andy came to the rescue there, and being the legend he is, my god, thank you so much. And I've been wanting to build that for ages, but because it was a gift, and such a well thought out gift, and even members of the community came to the rescue, because I had there was a few pieces missing and broken, and members of the community, you know who you are, thank you so much for that too, sent out a spare canopy and some spare photo etch parts. Absolute gentlemen, thank you for that as well. So that's going to be the first part of the big model project, is that. And then I have another monster of a kit that was given to me as a birthday gift by my dad, an absolutely amazing kit, which I haven't unboxed yet. Once I get my new camera and the channel sorted out again, we'll be doing a proper in-depth unboxing. And that kit is, I'll let the cat out of the bag here first. is Raval's Junkers JU88 A4 1/32 scale. Monster. A monster of a kit, but beautifully engineered and detailed. Absolute beauty of a kit. And I've already got some Eduard pre-cut masks. I just have to get some masks for the Lancaster, and both of them are good to go. So they're going to be the two big projects. And we have a few. And then for the armor lads, I'll probably pick one of either the Tigers, the T62, or the Stug. Okay, so that's on the model front. So you guys are going to get spoiled. For my wargaming viewers, haven't forgotten about you either, my friends. Well, I've been thinking of getting into a new war game to complement Bolt Action, because I really enjoy skirmish battles. They're quick, they're fun, they're not too intensive rule-wise, and they can be played in an evening. You know, they're good over a few beers on a Friday night. That's what me and my mate do. And as much as I love Bolt Action, when you play it, you know what I mean, like several times a week for months at a time, you get a bit tired of it. I'm not getting out of Bolt Action by any stretch of the imagination. And ironically, Jim Wilcox has got into Bolt Action too, ironically, which is awesome. I had some amazing conversations over my phone on Skype with him talking about Bolt Action. It's really cool. And him and one of his mates have gone into it too. So I've been watching their progress, and they're coming on leaps and bounds. So I've been wanting to get into another war game similar to Bolt Action, but in a different era with a different feel and different narrative that would be very easy to learn due to my experience in Bolt Action and complement it. So I don't have to build a big different board and all that for it. And I was discussing it with both Robert, I can't think of your surname, the chap does all those beautiful Royal Navy landing party troops, and with Hersey Productions. And I was very tempted to get into Muskets and Tomahawks. And what kind of won out in the end was I stumbled on another game by the publishers Two Fat Lardies. I love that. I always giggle when I read that name. They came up with I think it's actually the game that more or less inspired Muskets and Tomahawks. Like I will get a Muskets and Tomahawks rule set in the future and compare them. But the rule set I'm actually going for is called Sharp Practice. And Sharp Practice is like a skirmish to large skirmish. It can anything be between 30 to 100 models aside, depending on how far you want to go with it. And Sharp Practice is set in the 18th century, so that's Napoleonic warfare. Yeah, 18th, yeah. Or 19th. That's 19th century, actually. Sorry, yeah. So it's set in the 19th century with Napoleonic warfare. So I'm going to be going for that. Again, a skirmish base uses the semi-randomized activation sequence using cards, just like Bolt Action uses order dice. You know what I mean? So you kind of have that kind of... You can't really alpha strike people, which is always good. That's one of my big gripes with 40k. It's just the fact that you can basically smash an army in turn one and then spend 4 turns mopping them up after it. That's just no fun. Anyway, so my big project is I'm actually working on... I have a lot of black powder themed models lying around. The ex at the time got me a lot of Napoleonics one Christmas a couple of years ago, and I've always wanted to use them, and I just didn't really have the space to play black powder. Black powder requires 12 by 6 boards. Ain't never going to fit one of them in here. Not going to happen. Ain't no one got time for that. So because a skirmish game doesn't require the same amount of space to play on, and doesn't require hundreds upon hundreds of models as mass battles do, because I just don't have the sanity to sit and paint hundreds of models. I wish I could. I look at von Kettenham's Prussians or Westphalians, and I'm jealous as hell going, how do you paint all them? And they're so amazing. But I'm more kind of cut out for doing small, highly detailed armies rather than big ones. Now, mind you, I've done commissions painting full armies for guys, but when you're doing it professionally, it's slightly different. Like, you know, you're getting paid to do it, so you just suck it up and you get on with it, like, and just listen to some good music to get into the flow of it. So I am going to make an army for Sharp Practice, and especially too, I kind of grew up with Sharp. If any of you have ever watched the series Sharp with Sean Bean, I really recommend you watch it. They're a little bit cheesy at times, but they're a damn good watch. Or the books, which they're based on, written by Bernard Cornwell. It's very much reminiscent of the series Sharp. I think that's where the name comes from as well. So I'm actually making a themed army, and the army is actually going to be themed for a Waterloo battle. And the Waterloo battle is actually going to be centered around the fighting of Le Hay-Son. Le Hay-Son was basically a walled farmhouse, for those of you who aren't familiar with the battle. Wellington, you basically fought a defensive battle at Waterloo, and he used walled farmhouses in various positions along his line. He was deployed along a long, steep ridgeline. The modern day battlefield is not representative of how it would have looked in 1815. It's been terror escaped, and the big, long, steep ridgeline has been since removed. But what he did was to basically anchor his position. He fortified several farmhouses like Hougoumont on the flanks, Le Haye-Saint, and a few other ones that no one ever seems to remember. Le Haye-Saint was positioned slam bang right in the bloody middle of his position, right at the foot of the ridgeline. It was held by German troops under his command from the King's German Legion, from Nassau, and I believe some Hanoverian troops were also deployed in the vicinity to act as support. Also near the area as well in support were the 27th Foot, I believe, which were the Enniskillen troops from Northern Ireland, which I'll also be modelling up. So I'm going to be painting up as many of the kind of contingents of the forces that were present at Le Haye-Saint. Basically, the heaviest fighting in Waterloo more or less happened around like places like Hougoumont on the left. It was on the right flank on Napoleon's left, I believe. I might be wrong there. I'm pulling that out of my head. But some of the real heavy fighting happened at Le Haye-Saint. Basically, the lads had to abandon it in the end. They ran out of ammunition. So that's how bad it got for them. So I'm going to be doing troops representing the King's German Legion, the Hanoverian troops, which I'm working on at the moment. And if I get my computer set up in time, I'll actually join Warboss Tay's May Painting Challenge and do that for it. Then on the other, so I'm going to be doing King's German Legion, Hanoverian troops, Nassau troops, and probably riflemen from the 95th and troops contingents from the 27th. So enough to kind of have a rather large British army, to be maybe 100 models, and I more or less have most of them as it is, just lying around. So that's what I'm going to do. And then on the French side, the troops that they were going up against belonged for the most part to d'Erlon's First Corps, and also a lot of the cavalry units. So like Marshal Ney was heavily involved too with the fighting around Le Haye-Saint. He kind of more or less just like commandeered elements of d'Erlon's corps and just sent them in. So the idea is I'm going to actually make a table. It's going to be a 4.5 by 6 foot table, modelled loosely to a certain degree on Le Haye-Saint. I'm going to make a semi-modular too, so I can actually switch it out so I can play bolt action games on it too. And the plan is I'll do a full series on the building of the terrain, the scratch build, everything. And so they're the big projects I have planned. And I really hope you guys accompany me along the way. So that's basically more or less what it is. I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes to get into the habit of the new format I want to do. Kind of keep my videos within 20 minutes. Try not to babble on too much. It's fair enough I can babble as long as I'm talking about the history of the topics I'm doing. That's fair enough. Like, gives you guys a sense of context. So that's what's going on. So this video's been way too long, but hey, it's a Sunday, isn't it? You know what I mean? You can sit down and enjoy it. So again, thank you for all your support. Thank you for just waiting out with me. And very soon we'll be back up and operational again, and we'll have deadly builds to make up on the time lost. So thank you so much, my friends. Happy modelling, happy gaming, and watch out for those buses. Bye bye.